Everybody interviews 2 to 3 agents before they decide on the realtor that they want to list their house, right? Pretty common. But don't let those buyer's agents off the hook so easy, man. Make them interview too. I'm gonna give you 3 questions today that you need to ask buyer's agents before you move forward buying that next house. So it's common, if you've ever sold your house, you've probably had a couple, maybe 3 agents over, and you've asked them a bunch of questions. What's your marketing like? How many homes have you sold? All those kinds of questions to get to the eventual realtor that you want to use to list your home, right? But it is much less common to ask a lot of those similar questions of a buyer's agent. I don't know why, it's just the norm. So today, I want to suggest 3 questions that I think you should be asking every buyer's agent before you decide on who's going to represent you, all right? So number 1, how many homes have you sold? Really easy question, right? And the answer that I'm looking for is not what you think it is, right? It's not, hey, if you've sold 1,000, you're better than the guy who sold 50. That's not at all what I'm saying. The reason you want to ask that question is a lot of times the best agents tend to work pretty heavily with listers, right? They work with sellers. But newer agents, for whatever reason, feel more comfortable working with buyers. Because of that, the odds that a buyer gets a realtor who has very little experience is much higher. So you want to be cognizant of that. So you're not necessarily looking for someone who's had 1,000, 2,000 sales. You're simply looking for someone who has enough experience to feel comfortable with all of the paperwork, the common hurdles, the things that you're going to encounter along your transaction path, right? So I would say if you've got someone who's done 15, 20, 25 sales or more, and you feel that they've got a certain sense of confidence, that's a pretty good agent in response to that question, all right? So that's the first question. Number 2, when you go to list your home, you want me as your realtor to give you a market analysis. You want me to tell you what your property's worth. You want me to show you sold comps, active comps, all the comps. You want to see it all, right? But buyers rarely do that because buyer's agents don't do it for you. If you've got a home you're looking at and it's $375, don't just go out and buy it for $375. What if it's worth $325, right? But don't get in the habit either of saying, hey, let's come in short on every single house. That might be a home that's $10,000, $20,000 underpriced. Make your realtor do their job. Make them earn that commission that they're getting by going in and doing the same market analysis that they would do for a seller. So when you're looking at that home at $375, they should go in and ask them to do this once. Pick a property, any property you've got a little bit of interest in, and say, hey, tell me what this home is worth, and I want to see how you go through this process. You're going to see them walk through the solds, walk through the currently marketed, the active properties. They should look at expireds, pendings, all these different properties to give you a good solid value. And when they do that, the difference between the agent you want to work with and an agent you might want to walk away from is their confidence. If they can walk through that stuff confident and they make you feel confident as well, right? You understand what they're saying, they can communicate it well because they understand it well, then you can feel pretty good that that person knows what they're doing when it comes to valuing a property. They're going to protect you from overpaying on a property, right? And they're going to allow you to buy a property not at full price, but at full value, okay? And then question number 3 is, who would you work with as a lender if you were me, right? You're asking for a lender referral. Any good agent is going to have a lender that they absolutely love, right? They've done a bunch of transactions with them. They've got a lot of experience with them. And they know, you got to think as a realtor, I want the property to close. I've got a commission on this, right? So if it closes, I win, you win, the seller wins, everybody wins. That's what we all want. If you work with my lender, the odds of that happening with less flaws, less issues, less hurdles goes up, okay? A lot of times people come in with lenders that you've never heard of, you don't have a relationship with, you don't know their process, you don't know their communication levels. Maybe they're online, they're in a different state, holy smokes. That can be tough. A lot of times those particular transactions won't close on time, or at least the rates of them not closing on time are much higher. So I would always ask your realtor for one good lender referral and then go meet with them, right? Tell them your situation. You don't have to have them pull your credit. Just get a feel for them. Do you like them? Do you trust them? Do you have good rapport with them? Are they great at communicating? Just like in that second question, right? If that realtor was great at communicating with you how they came to the value and you're comfortable understanding it, you should get the same thing with your lender. That lender should be able to go through all of the costs associated with the closing of that property. They should be able to talk to you about all the loan documents, your different options, how much down you'll need, all that stuff, and you should feel very confident, all right? So again, those 3 questions are the 3 questions that I think you should ask before you choose your buyer's agent and buy that next house. If you like this video, go down and hit that like button. Please subscribe and hit that bell, man. You hit that bell, boom, when those videos are up, you get an instant email. Thanks, guys, and stay fired up.